For the land of the free.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, last season, Paul George had a homecoming. He said, as a kid, I pictured playing in L.A., my parents being able to watch me at Staples. I'm not playing for the Clippers. This is home. I'm playing for the home team. It doesn't get any better than that. And Kevin, his family is backing him up. They show up to every game here.
Wow, what a story. David, thank you. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Portland, third best record here in the early going. And, of course, Los Angeles tied up with them.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they are, in my eyes, one of the big surprises of the young season. I mean, no doubt the talent was there, but I just didn't think it would come together this fast.
Yeah, everything's clicking right now, but what I'm curious to see, how will they handle adversity when it arises?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Giles, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Luke Kennard out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Morris in at the 4. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Now here's Jones. Back to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Kennard. Passes it to Ibaka. The shot, no good. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Giles leading the charge. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Again, McCollum missing. They're running. The pull-up. Yep, it counts.
Now, you have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up. Maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
Now here's Anthony. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
And the pass to Ibaka. Over McCollum. Bank shot, no good.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Giles kicks to Lillard. The 3 from McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
16 feet away. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
McCollum right side. Off target from three-point range.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Inside. Here's Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And Morris drops them both. McCollum with the ball. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Over Morris. And that one hits back iron.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Kennard. No good on the shot. Good D by McCollum.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. Still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Kennard. The Blazers getting the bucket. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC, 5 first-round picks, and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And Steve, after a tiny lull in adding superstar talent to the league, we're seeing guys like Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum, Zion Williamson, and John Morant make their presence felt.
Kevin, all potential future MVPs. And fans already can't get enough of these guys.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's McCollum. Portland again missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
That gives them the lead. McCollum's got 6.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Kennard against McCollum. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go around.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in.
One shot.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now here's McCollum. 6 points for him. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Leonard, no luck. Portland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Anthony can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ibaka finds Leonard over Anthony. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. Leonard's got 8 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Nurkic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And George gets it to go.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland. George against Lillard. George passes to Leonard. Pulls up, high post, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
For Los Angeles, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And here's Leonard from three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
And that one falls for Collins. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Clippers trail by 3. Now George. And the rejection by Collins.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout third year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Here's Cousins. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Batum finds Rondo. Everly with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Lillard, but they recover it. It's deflected, and he recovers it. They got him on the arm, but it still can. The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, Nurkic.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Here's George. Cousins trying to free himself up. George with the bucket.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Trailblazers leading by 4. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. No good from outside.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead. The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Pass to Collins. Back to Lillard. Nurkic in the post. He's guarded by Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. 4th, the Clippers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
First free throw is good for the Clippers. Ibaka comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. And Portland with a change here, too. Enes Kanter's checked in for Collins. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Jackson. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Lillard.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Portland leading. McCollum outside. Lets it go from the wing. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, Batum. Here's Jackson. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
From the top of the key, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 11 points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lillard against Jackson. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Up top, Kanter, guarded by Jackson. Now here's McCollum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Portland out in front. They lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style. Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, then it's Paul George, and it's Batum in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Batum. From deep, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 11 points.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
There's the lob to Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
George looking around. Shoots over Covington, and it's George missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And George with this stuff.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Looking to get it going. And the layup is up and in. 13 points in the game.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with him.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Lillard outside. From the arc. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Beverly wide open. That 3 off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
So, for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for George. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverley. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so Jones nails both of them. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Leonard, that's for 2. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. He gets separation almost any time he wants.
That's a 2 from Lillard. That one a little long. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson against Lillard. Here's Morris. Here's Ibaka. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Tries it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Morris. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Serge Ibaka. He's perfect from the line this time. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Kennard against McCollum. Floats one, and he lays it up and in. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
And such a clever score. McCollum can unleash the floater, the pull-up. He's got it all.
Passes it to Kennard. Cousins against Cantor. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
The pass to Kennard. Now here's Cousins. Shoots over Cantor. And it's blocked. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. That puts them in the lead. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, good from Kennard. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The Trailblazers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Three-pointer, Lillard, 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Morris inside, working on Collins. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his first foul. Rondo against Lillard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The Clippers, number 1. In 4th, the Trailblazers.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And Rondo drops them both.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at McCollum. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
He misses the free throw. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. The three from Leonard. That shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. Tries it from 19. Lillard misses. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. They get it again. And the rejection by Collins. Jones looking for an opening. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Here's Lillard after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Fires the three, and that's good. Damian Lillard for three. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and Jones slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Rondo against Lillard. Here's Kennard. Last game he had 12. And it's off the back rim, no good. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Outside Rondo.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Nurkic checked in for Portland.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Lillard. Averaging 40 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Anthony, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
And the rejection by Collins. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Covington's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Paul George.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
McCollum's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And both free throws good for Paul George. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Beverly kicks to Rondo. To the paint. Shoots from 8. And he can't bank that one in.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality.
Free throw line jump shot. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lillard with the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Leonard kicks to Rondo. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got 17.
There's the response. Kawhi rarely changes expression, but you know what he's thinking. I got your back.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Leonard. 1:14 left to play here in the half. No good from 18. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Nurkic against Rondo, and it's George finishing it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now here's McCollum. He's got 15. He's off from 17 feet. Here's Beverly. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here we go. McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 8 and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles, and that one's good. Beverly.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverly, knocking down the spot-up J.
McCollum up top, defended by Beverly. McCollum against Beverly. Clock at 6. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, Rondo with some nice D. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 three-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. So far, he's played a big role for his team here. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, we know a guy next to us knows he can rap. But Damian Lillard can play hoops a little bit too. Give him a little space, and he'll drain it from deep. Crowd him on the perimeter, and he'll blow right past you.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Derek Jones, and it's Giles in at the 5 down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
It's so difficult to stop Leonard from scoring. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That free throw good from Leonard. He hits both from the stripe. Anthony with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Giles. Back to Anthony. Lillard outside. For the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Releases from 15, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Passes to Jones. Kennard against McCollum. Anthony on the wing over Morris. Anthony can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps. Misread each other on the pass, tried to recover, but too late.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
George against Lillard. And George kicks to Morris. Kennard trying to break loose.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Leonard attacking. Here's Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Jones. And the pass to McCollum. Over Morris. McCollum, no good.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Leonard, the pass to Morris. For the lead. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Jones with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. George against McCollum. That shot, no good. George with the defensive effort. The Clippers in the lead. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Outside Leonard. The baseline J. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. On the wing, Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Trailblazers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. And that one falls for Jones. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. And Portland with a change here, too. Enes Kanter's checked in for Anthony. And so Jones nails both of them. And here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The three. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
And now Portland on the break sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Ibaka against Kanter, looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Kennard. They get it back. Here's Cousins. Tries again. It's blocked. To the middle. Here's Lillard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Jackson finds Kennard. Here's Ibaka, and it's blocked, and he gets it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Serge Ibaka. Averaging 13 points per game, 14 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
All shots he's changed just by challenging them. Such a luxury to have someone like this as your last line of defense.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
The first one falls.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Cousins.
We've watched Cousins for a while. I love the way he plays with emotion, but it has to be under control.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Pass to Beverly. Knocked away, and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for C.J. McCollum. 5th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Looking to end his cold spell.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Cousins. Shoots over Nurkic. And again, no good by the Clippers. Portland leading by 15. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Offensive rebound, Kennard. And nothing is falling for him right now. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball, and that one's good, Lillard.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Jackson kicks to Kennard.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Cantor, the pass to Nurkic. And the rejection by Ibaka. The pass to Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. To the wing right side. Ibaka, no luck.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Clippers trail by 19. Kennard with the ball. Jones covering. Nurkic with the block. And now here comes Jones leading the break. The three from McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And the Clippers call time here. Steve, if you were a GM and you could choose one player, who would you start your team with?
Right now, I think the perfect player to start your team off right now because of the way everything is going is Anthony Davis. He can play 1 through 5. Defensively, he can change a game. Offensively, he can play in and out. And he's just that fluid player that matches up with today's game.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And a switch here also for Portland. Collins is checked in. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Leonard against Jones. Leonard attacking. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. So it's Portland now.
Watch Lillard.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 42 in the game.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
The three from Leonard gets the three-pointer to fall.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They have a 19-point lead. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And it's Beverly missing. Portland's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Paul George, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And Portland with a change here, too. Anthony's checked in for Derek Jones.
One shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Good work defensively by Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 22.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Leonard, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Trailblazers shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Here's Anthony, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Leonard, no luck. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And both free throws good for Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Batum passes to Rondo. And here's Leonard. Can they get it? Rebound by Nurkic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Simons.
Down low, Carmelo.
Passes it to Carmelo. Over Rondo. Good D by Rondo. LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And there's Paul George on the assist by Batum. George has got 19 points.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
And Batum kicks to Cousins. Upside Rondo. And so it's Portland ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Patrick Patterson. Batum is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. It's Kabengele in at the 5. A second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Kevin Gelly. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. A different look for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Patterson, and it's Jackson in for Nicholas Batum. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Little. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think let's be honest. It makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his 5th foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
The shot from the low post is good.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
McCollum, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Jackson. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. A reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Batum in for Kawhi Leonard. So he gets them both.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now Rondo, the pass to Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. They need this. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. It's good.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
Pass to Giles. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time for our social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
Down low, here's Lillard. Goes up again, and it's good on the lay-in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Jackson. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential, and one.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Lillard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Clippers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Collins passes to Covington. And Lillard gets double teamed. Pass to Giles. The Clippers shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. And stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And Lillard throws it down.
And that's like taking candy from a baby. When Lillard gets his hands on the ball with open court in front of him, he's going all the way.
Three-pointer. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And Lillard gets double teamed and finished off by Collins.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Rondo passes to Zubats. And the rejection by Collins. To the inside. Here's Giles. Lays it up and banks it in. Giles has got 4 this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. Well, Smitty, you were a player with versatility and length. How much fun would you have had with today's style of play?
I think, Kevin, I was a guy that kind of played 1 through 3 at 6'8". But nowadays, I could have played 1 through 5. I would have loved playing the 5 position. Reason why, I could have got my shot off at any time I wanted. And the three-point shot, Kevin, you can take 10, 12 three-pointers. I would have loved that. Trying to defend Kennard, you know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
Two shots.
That free throw, good from Kennard.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
And so he hits both. Now here's Lillard.
Hey, yo, get Lillard.
Outside Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Quick to fire off the pass. Got to stay up on Covington or that will happen.
Jackson passes to Morris. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Covington wide open. He fires. And the Trailblazers another three.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
Outside Jackson. And Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had two women drafted, Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin, I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure was Cheryl Miller.
Lillard outside. That's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Looking to get back on track here. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. Little's checked in. Covington in the corner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jackson has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. 4-on-3 break. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Batum. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Back to Patterson. Last year, LeBron, as we know, Steve, broke Derek Fisher's record for most postseason wins. Talk about the weight of that accomplishment.
You know, Kevin, let's take those two players. Start off with Derek Fisher. Give him a lot of credit. As a role player, he was on some great teams and contributed. Unbelievable to have that record. And then on the flip side, LeBron James was on some great teams, and he was the reason they were great teams because he's one of the greatest players of all times. Two different type of players, but both are very impressive.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play. You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Lillard with the bucket.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
2 shots, foul, 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Hey, Smitty, Steve Kerr talked about how Michael Jordan scared his teammates into becoming better players. Would that kind of approach, you think, work today with players entering the league?
You know, I think you have to be careful, yes. But I think on a general, if you're looking at just a blank sheet of paper on how to get guys motivated, I think it takes his leaders, which it starts with ownership, management, coach and best players, if they work hard and they see the blueprint that way, they usually follow.
Now here's Batum. Not a lot of room. Powell against George. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
Free throw good, Paul George. And both free throws good for Paul George. Portland's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Simons, defended by George. Here's Cantor. The shot that time, not on target. And the Clippers will come the other way. They grab their own miss, and George gets it to go. George has got 23.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Here's Simons, defended by Batum. Simons, the pass to Powell. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Passes it to Patterson. Shoots over Powell. Patterson can't get it to go. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. There's the pass to Simons. Over Batum. Got a hand on it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
That's good from Cantor.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him. And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Batum inside the three-point line. The quick look, no good that time. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cantor. Portland no good that time either. And he lobs it up. And it's Kabengele missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Jaylen Brown is hosting a new installment of Respect Your OGs, a series dedicated to social justice and highlighting athletes that have inspired us by using their voice. Check back next week for that.
Until then, you can catch more 2K TV over social media. We're at NBA2K_2KTV.
Enjoy the game. Bye.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. Came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, "I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, DA. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Chris Paul is out there with Booker, and it's Nader in at the 3. And for Dallas, we've got Doncic. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with J.J. Redick. And it's Melli in at the power forward. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Frank, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, right, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And, Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
And taken away by Paul. Pass to Ayton. And here is Saric. Oh, Ayton in position.
Room service assist from Paul. Can't put the ball in a better spot. His vision, outstanding.
Here are the Mavericks now. Now, Doncic, who's coming off a 25-point game against Portland. And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Saric outside. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Here's Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
First one falls for him. And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
You know, at this point of his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
Here's Nader. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And stolen by Redick. Here we go, one-on-one. Richardson gets a wide-open look. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
And you look at it, two middle-of-the-pack teams, they both need every win they can get as they try to ensure they get into the playoffs and maybe even get a decent seed. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Paul against Doncic. Pulls up on the elbow. The shot by Paul, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Richardson finds Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Ayton.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And he makes the first. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And Phoenix making a change here. Jones is checked in. All free throws good from Doncic.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Pass to Jones. Kicks to Booker. Five to shoot. From deep, it's hauled in by Richardson. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And he dunks it down.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. 4-point game, 20 feet out. That shot off. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Smith checked in for the Suns. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
And the Suns miss again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Doncic missing. Suns trail by 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Jones, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Booker to halt the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And he knocks down the first one.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Doncic feeling it out. Offensive rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Misses the jumper, and they can't get anything on the break.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Now here's Porzingis. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Lets it go. And he overshot that one, missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The drive by Doncic. Over Booker. Here's Porzingis, and Jones sends it back. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Here's Richardson. Rejected by Booker. Richardson, good. Suns trail by 6. Booker the pass to Nader. And Jones now atop the key. In the corner, Smith with it, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
Have to make the simple play. I mean, already they've got 4 turnovers, and it's still early.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Melly. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick. Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. Etuan Moore comes in for Paul. Hardaway for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Crowder. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And here is Doncic. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Outside, Jones. And there's the pass to Booker. Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Second shot opportunity, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul it.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
The free throw drops for Powell. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And he makes both free throws.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
2.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good from Crowder. Mavericks leading by 8. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Porzingis has got 6.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. The Suns in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 11. Burke with it. Moore's there. Phoenix is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Johnson dishes to Moore. Pass to Bridges. Porzingis with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Green passes to Burke. Phoenix grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Sinks the triple.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Passes to Porzingis. Up top, Powell. Shot clock at 5. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Looking here at some numbers for Powell. His last 10 games, he's averaging 6 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
That one is off.
One of the things I really like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't play outside of himself. He plays to his strengths.
So he comes up empty at the line. Suns trail by 8. And here's Moore outside. He can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And out front early, limiting the opposition offensively.
That's really been the key to me. I mean, we'll see. It's a long game, and teams do make runs. They'll have to continue to work at it.
Johnson kicks to Craig. Here's Crowder. Porzingis with the block. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Phoenix. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And, of course, the Mavericks, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And I think with Phoenix, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Suns trail by 10, and now the Suns a fast break. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Crowder's got 7 points in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Powell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Hardaway. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Moore outside. Powell pulls it in. Dallas leading by 10. There's Green with the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Burke the pass to Powell. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Now the pass to Burke. Outside Hardaway. Phoenix grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 3. Great positioning on the putback. Johnson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game. Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
We've got Green. Hardaway is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The first free throw is good. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And it's Paul missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
The first one falls. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. Good on both. Crowder with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Shot from the wing, and it's good off the back rim and in. Crowder's got his third basket of the night right there. Now here's Burke, defended by Paul. Pass to Reddick, fires for three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is why you must play up on Reddick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
Here's Craig. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ayton dishes to Paul. He kicks it to Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas leading by 6. Burke finds Green. Outside, Reddick. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, that's one of Reddick's specialties there. I mean, you knock a shot down against his team, he's looking to come right back at you.
Crowder, the pass to Paul. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Ayton. And Ayton gets double teamed. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Suns now. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Green. And it's Richardson in for Burke. And for the Suns, Nader's checked in. And it's Booker in for Torrey Craig. Now Richardson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Passes it to Reddick. From outside, off the mark. Suns trail by 9. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by Dallas. Melly's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Melly. Richardson outside. No good with the triple. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Paul for 3, hits it from three-point range. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Count that one.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And here is Paul after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. And the pass to Booker. The high post shot, and Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Richardson the pass to Melly. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here's a look at some numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. The Mavericks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws. And 100% free throwing for the quarter, That's superb.
Jones checked in for the Suns. Smith comes in for Saric.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got it. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy right here? Yeah, I got big man.
Both good from the line that time. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing here by 8. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now, here's Richardson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Redick way outside. But they'll get another chance. Here's Powell. That shot, no good. Paul with the defensive effort. Suns trail by 5. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Number 1, Porzingis, and of course, DeAndre Ayton.
Those two have both mastered the art of the shot block. And believe me, guys, it is an art. It's not all about size.
Doncic against Booker. The drive by Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Pass to Paul. Over Richardson. It's deflected. And they're running. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Paul. Here's Booker. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Booker's got 10 points.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
Here's Doncic. Redick for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 12 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. They get it back. Jones misses in close. Mavericks leading by 5. The 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Cans it from downtown.
Paul can score in bunches and do it efficiently. So once he knows he's in that zone, that makes him all the more willing to do things himself.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. He dishes it to Booker. Back to Paul. And he hits it to tie the game up. 14 points for Chris Paul.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Pass to Doncic. Shoots. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Suns shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. And the Suns call time here. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Mikal Bridges checked in for Phoenix. Etuan Moore comes in for Booker. Moore outside. Pass to Paul. Paul is doubled. There's the lob to the hoop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
The Suns trailing. Moore outside. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Another three for Phoenix.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
The three for Doncic. Knocks down the three ball. Doncic has got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back at you three. The revenge triple.
Moore passes to Paul over Richardson. Mavericks with the rebound. Melly's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Hardaway for three. He doesn't hit that one. Smith with the defensive effort. Here's Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. His last 10 games, first in free throw shooting. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned. One of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter. Just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Doncic outside. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Mavs. Suns trail by 5. Now here's Paul. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Porzingis can't hit. Well, Phoenix shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. No good from Moore.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Here's Melly. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And doing much better now. In that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities. Bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Offensive rebound, Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 20. It's good. Doncic has got 22.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The craftiness of Paul really on display everywhere, but especially inside and forcing defenders to commit fouls on him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Melly. Green comes in for Luka Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Richardson.
Both prolific and efficient. Ultra competitive as well. Paul is a double-double threat who shoots a very high percentage from the floor and line.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Burke. The Suns getting the bucket. Outside Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Ayton.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sharge checked in for Ayton. And it's Devin Booker in for Chris Paul. Hardaway hits them both. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Crowder, the pass to Šarić. Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's good from Burke on the assist from Hardaway. Burke's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For 3, Booker, no good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 22 points. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this team, his leadership may be just as important.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle, he said, hey, we're going to add that responsibility for Doncic. And then he's responded big.
Yeah, individual numbers mean nothing without the wins, Kenny. We know that. Doncic has made this team competitive again, night in and night out.
You know what I call him?
What?
Cool hand Luka.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know you like it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Suns trail by 8. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Jay Crowder. Chris Paul is out there with Booker. Then there's Šarić, and it's Nader in at the small forward.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
Crowder against Redick. Here's Melly. Back to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Over Šarić. The shot by Redick, no good. Well, Phoenix shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, you know, Šarić can get it done just about from anywhere, and he's comfortable firing from mid-range, too.
Richardson against Paul. Doncic outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. Suns trail by 4. The pass to Šarić. Tries from 10. Here's Crowder. And no good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. One-on-one here. It's blocked. Here's Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 14.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
And Booker kicks to Nader. Crowder with it, now guarded by Redick. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Crowder. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Just 5 to shoot, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Booker, with no one around, drills the three-pointer. He's got 17.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Here's Doncic, rejected by Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the dunk by Booker.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to Melly. Doncic against Booker. Shoots from 12, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, calm and collected inside. Doncic's scoring ability, wide-ranging.
Here's Nader, covered by Redick. Ayton inside. He's against Porzingis. Here's Richardson. Second chance shot. Paul grabs the board. Paul's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 8.
And the sheer muscle of Ayton. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
Dallas calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Well, we can't say enough about the passing of this group lately. The leading setup men among the league's 2 guards over the past 10 games. Devin Booker, number 1, and, of course, Luka Doncic.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Here's Doncic, rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Redick against Paul. Doncic trying to get open. That one goes in. Porzingis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Oh, Ayton in position. Redick is in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight.
It's the main strength in Redick's game, his 3-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Redick. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. And stolen by Richardson. Bridges against Redick, and that one drops for him. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And a change for the Suns. Moore's checked in. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dishes it to Booker. Sharks trying to break free. No good from Booker. Mavericks leading by 4. Powell, the pass to Reddick. Launches it. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Mavericks making a switch here. Green's checked in. Smith checked in for Phoenix. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 7. Connects from 3-point range. Booker's got 12 points here in the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And here is Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
First one falls for him. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. And the Suns making a change here as well. Jay Crowder's checked in for Moore. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Suns trail by 5. Crowder, the pass to Booker. Smith kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Crowder. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Doncic against Booker. With some arc. The offensive rebound. Porzingis. And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns a fast break. Bridges, no one around him. But he stays with it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Doncic with it. Now Smith defending. Hardaway for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game. Suns trail by 5. Booker with it. He's got 22, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got 28.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Crowder goes in. The dish now to Smith. Here's Ayton. And that one is off. Nice D from Porzingis. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Crowder. And it's Green missing. Suns trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And another shot. And Ayton throws it down.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
The Suns have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Chris Paul's checked in for Bridges. Free throw drops for Ayton.
And you see the raw talent Aiden has, an intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
Dallas calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in free throw percentage, 5th in scoring. And he's a flamethrower from distance, top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Dallas no good that time either.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
A nice shot by Booker.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Now Doncic, 28 points for him. Over Paul. Paul with the defensive effort. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 14-6 run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low-post scoring threats. 5th, Porzingis.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Which is what makes that such an interesting collection of players for me. So much contrast in their methods, but success all around. It goes to show how many different ways there are to get it done in the post.
Jones checked in for the Suns. And both free throws good from Crowder. Mavericks trail by 3. Now here's Doncic. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Here's Booker. That's tipped. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Hardaway, no good. Suns leading by 3. Booker, right side. Here's Hardaway. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Doncic. To stop the run, out to Hardaway. It's stolen by Smith. And now the Suns, a fast break. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Crowder's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns. 1:49 left to play in the third. And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Melly is checked in for Dwight Powell. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Inside. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Tell you what, very few players have the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic. This guy is special with his vision and passing.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 3-point lead. Smith scanning the floor for 3. Booker. The shot missing.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And they double up Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is Dallas. Porzingis, that's a 2. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And he makes the first.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And so Jones nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 5. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Porzingis can't hit.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. Tough day so far.
Kept alive, and Jones slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
To the paint. Here's Booker. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Booker against Doncic. 6 to shoot. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And here's Booker over Hardaway. The putback, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Phoenix ahead. They finish off the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. No blow-bys.
Now preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Richardson is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Green, and there's Porzingis, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Richardson outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Hardaway. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Hardaway Jr., guys, doing a nice job there, just taking what the defense gives him in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
Pass to Booker. Releases. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you got to love when Richardson gets the defense to commit and make a mistake there.
That's good from Richardson. And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Sharge is checked in. Suns leading by 7. Paul passes to Nader. Booker outside. Back to Sharch. Fast break Dallas. Here's Melly. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson outside. Outside, Redick. Inside. Good work defensively by Jones. The Suns leading. One-on-one fast break. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
The pass to Redick. And Jones pulls it down. Jones's 4-on-3 break. Pass to Nader. But they get it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today. Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have the advantage. A big one in second chance points. Those extra possessions really help an offense, and it demoralizes the defense.
Booker outside. Out to the wing. There's Paul. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now it's a 12-point Phoenix lead.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Here's Redick. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. The Suns making a switch here. Ayton's checked in. And taken away by Paul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Ayton finds Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Richardson with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Two shots.
That's good from Richardson. Second free throw, no good. Clark, that had to be hard for so many players being isolated from family and loved ones while on the Orlando campus to finish last season.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that part of it would have felt like, Kevin. I mean, the playing part, once you get to the gym, wherever that happens to be, an outdoor playground, inside, whatever, you lock into trying to be your best for your team and trying to knock out the other team. But as far as the other side of it, being separated from family, not having the real freedom to move about, that would take some getting used to. But as a guy who travels all the time, being comfortable inside the four walls of a hotel room or on the road is something that I think players have grown accustomed to and handle pretty well.
They get it again. Redick. And he makes good on the layup. Redick's got 22 points.
And you know, when Redick heats up now, he stays very aggressive. Rides that hot hand until it's hot no longer.
Sharch in the corner, all alone. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
They get a hand on it. Here's Porzingis, and the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Four on the clock. Paul with the ball. Goes up, and that one's good, Ayton.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Come to me.
Outside, Redick. Phoenix grabs the miss.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Excellent footwork there. Booker, so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Here's Melly. Richardson outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hardaway. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And it's good, 2 points. Sharch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
They can't stop the run with that one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Mavericks trail by 19, feeds it to Redick. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 9th assist in the game now.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Passes it to Saric. Here's Nader, covered by Redick. Paul for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
That free throw good from Doncic. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Al Paul. Booker outside. Shoots over Doncic. They get the rebound. Nader uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 17.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
To the right side. Here's Melly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Melly's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Mavericks trail by 17. Richardson outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
And then Jones with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled it, and really probably why they're trailing.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Pulls it from 20, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Paul's got 26.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Here's Doncic. Second shot opportunity. They shoot again. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
One shot. One shot.
And here are the Suns now. 22 is their biggest lead. To the middle, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 13 points in the second half.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Here's Paul. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 19. And it's Doncic missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Paul. Here's Nader. Booker with it. Guarded by Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Saric, good, and a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists in the game.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Chris Paul.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
1:21 left to play in the final quarter.
Yeah, look at me.
Galloway, the pass to Nader. Outside, Crowder puts up a 3, slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And here's Barea outside. Rebound by the Suns. Throws it up high. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pass to Galloway. To the inside. Nader's shot's good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Galloway. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
And they sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.